All right. A very big good afternoon to all our viewers and listeners. This is WOFADINHO. And today, just as we promised you, we are coming your way live from the studios of ADAMFOPA with exclusive interview with the greatest lyricist that Africa has ever seen, whether you like it or not. He's the greatest that Ghana has ever produced. And I'm humbled to have him right here in the studios with us. I mean online, not in the studio as in person, but online, yeah. I started following this dude, I think, since 2012, 2013 on the Next Big Thing. And ever since I saw his flow, I really said his flow was tight. And I heard him in an interview when they asked him, TEEPHLOW, what's the meaning of TEEPHLOW? He said, the meaning of TEEPHLOW is tight flow. Then I said to myself, my guess was right. So today we are going to have a conversation with your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, the Flow Educator. The only rapper who is able to educate other rappers. Your best can never. In fact, if you don't know, he's my best of the best. He goes by the name TEEPHLOW. So we have TEEPHLOW in the building. TEEPHLOW in the building. Good afternoon, TEEPHLOW.
Afternoon. Charlie, how be? That
was
one heck of an intro.
Charlie, you deserve it.
I really appreciate all that.
Papa, esafata. I say, West Side na keep close ya case. Oh yeah. Fancy Confederation West Side Legacy. Charlie, what's up?
Charlie, we are blessed to be here, and I appreciate your support. I've had a few conversations with you back in the day, just touching on some of the topics, some of the lyrics and all that. So I appreciate the support all through the years, and just having me. Thanks a lot for having me.
Charlie, I'm also blessed to have you. First of all, we'd like to apologize to all our viewers. Against me and started on the time we proposed, but finally we have delivered. We are with the king of the coast, Ishawo King at the phone, bar for bar, Mr. Man, and the Overchrome. Yes. Okay, Flo, quickly. From I think Flow Education 2. When you released Flow Education 2, before Flow Education 2, there was a road to Flow Education 2. And after Flow Education 2, we didn't, after Yabet can be a one track, I think 6 feet, then your reply to medical. And between those periods, people were asking, what is wrong with TEEPHLOW? Because now you need Morocco. Me as a biggest fan, half of me understood you, half of me didn't understand what was happening. I understood it in the sense that as you need to sometimes focus on your life and do whatever you need to do. Half of me didn't understand in the sense that to me you were the only rapper after the big thing. You had that bigger platform. You collaborated with Kwakese, collaborated with Sack, collaborated with D Black. Like you had that mileage on you. So even if things were not moving as it was supposed to be, amongst all your peers, you were having that spotlight. So half of me didn't understand why you had to dip for that long. Can you explain to us why you decided to take that part in the internal team? Flow to them and
I'll say that's actually a good question. And the way you said it, I really like when you said half of you understood and half of you did not understand. It is the same for me as well, right? Because I have a portion of me which is TEEPHLOW, and a portion of me which is the real me behind the brand TEEPHLOW, right? And so these two images they both have to be fed with the things they need, right? So I have put like almost more than a decade of my life on hold for TEEPHLOW to be able to get to the light that he needed to get to. But it got to a point that I needed to, also put that much attention and focus on the real me, which is the echo, which is the Lukman behind the TEEPHLOW, in order to, stabilize my future, try to set things in place that I know that my future, my everything, my family, everything can be sorted out, and then revisit TEEPHLOW, because I felt like, okay, right after college, I gave everything to TEEPHLOW. So it got to a point where I need to revisit myself, try to find myself again, and try to, like bring all those pieces together. Because if outside the brand TEEPHLOW is looking good, but internally the person behind is like broken into different pieces, then ultimately that is gonna crash at some point. You know, if you take one two eyes watch one hole inside. So sometimes one thing has to be sacrificed, and for the other thing to be able to stand still. So that is essentially what was going on: education, career, finances, family, religion, faith. All these things are pieces that I had to try to piece them together. And I'm not saying I'm at a perfect spot. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire. I'm not saying I'm a scholar. I'm not saying I'm the best son, brother, husband, all that. But at least I have put it to a point where I can now, be comfortable enough to give everything back to TEEPHLOW. So that during that journey, that was some of the things I was working on.
Okay, that's very interesting. So this leads me to this question: do you think, as Ghanaians, I know Ghanaians love rap, but do you think we understand the culture? When you go to America, someone like Kendrick can dip for 5 years, and when he dips, people don't complain as much. But TEEPHLOW goes, let's say, for 1 year, 2 years, then everybody starts to complain. Oh, sisi awasa, oni rap biabio, wasan, like nani nere yaba. Do you think we understand the culture as it is supposed to be understood?
The culture, obviously, we still need some kind of growth. We still need time to understand really well. But as we were talking, a few things that I want to clarify is, even for the Kendricks, if they go MIA for a while, their fans they are also upset, right? The only difference is they have a big engine behind them. They have like the labels and the distribution and everything behind them. So when they go MIA for a year, 2, 3, 4, and they still pull up, they know that when they pull up, the world is going to hear it. In my case, I wouldn't say it will be the same impact if I dip for a long time and I pull up. So that is something that I personally have to be able to find a good balance between working on myself and any personal project, and also balancing the TEEPHLOW side of things. But as far as the culture itself, we have a long way to go as a people in order to understand that, hey, artists, celebrities, all these people that brings us entertainment, they are also human beings, which means that there are down moments, and sometimes it's not even a down moment per se. There are moments where you have to concentrate on some other things. But the fan doesn't really care about what you are going through. The fan just wants the entertainment, which I am 100% okay with, right? All I will urge us to do is try to give it our very best when the entertainer or the artist or the celebrity is trying to give their best to entertain you, right? Consume the product with full force, because that is what will encourage them to keep going. Listen, if I have dropped songs back to back, and I have been some of the most the country has ever seen, right? If that has given me so much impact, I'm not sure I will be too concerned about trying to sort some things out on a personal side, because I will feel like the impact will just overflow into the personal side, right? But because of how things are, everybody has to think about their future. You don't want to grow up and end up as an artist who had so much potential and you used to be big and used to play all the shows, and music no get pension money. You know, music no get pension money. So at the end of the day, we have to look at yourself and say, hey, how am I going to benefit myself personally? What am I going to do for myself? But the culture, we need to understand it from the grassroots. What is rap? What are the elements of rap? What goes into what is considered real rap? Once everybody understands, that is when some of us are going to get the flowers we need. Until the
Facts. Facts. And this leads me to my next question. From Madam, excuse me, mame 1 minute of your time, and like these are lines are etea, they are direct to a rap like if you throw shots, this be open for you to throw shots, but this case, I hope say you get it now. Get it? Then you punch again, so you entase. Like a punch nebi sare yatasa. National punch bio, so you entase. What led to that transition? Because if when we talk TEEPHLOW, what comes in mind to most of the listeners? Yeah, wordplay. But personally, I see you do more than wordplay.
Facts. And I'm glad you are touching on that. Mm-hmm.
Aside the rhyme scheme that you do what you call the rap scheme. For viewers who don't know what rap scheme is, rap scheme in English, you say like registers. So things that are interconnected to one thing, but it can lead to different meaning. That is a rap scheme. And you are, I would say, maybe you and LJ. The rappers are like, you do that thing at the top tier level. You only don't do that rap scheme, you do what you call enunciation. You pronounce a word that sounds like this, but listening to it again, it sounds like another word. I think on Bang Bang you do that with a past that level. Like whilst you were trying to say
past that level,
from past that level, and to a friend and at the same time, pasta. Like your enunciation, and most rappers don't know that when you pronounce the same word with intonations and attonations, it can even change the meaning of whatever word that you are saying. And you are the rapper, like you pay attention to these things like meticulously. Is it something that you like? What led to all those things? Because from step by step, and I'm in charge of the battery, TEEPHLOW, me bass and Cassidy. Listen to my rap, please. Akimis, if wala in the middle apuli. These are simple lines. Right. We don't need to think twice. We just catch them. But now she there, you go Google, you be search at GPT crown answer. What's led to that transition?
I would say growth is number one. Growth for everybody. We are all growing. We are learning as we grow. But truthfully speaking, if I say I ever sit down and try to be tactical and meticulous, I'm lying to you. It just comes to me, bro, and I'm not even gonna kid. If I want to go back and give you a step-by-step type of rap, it will come easily, depending on the beat, depending on the song, depending on the audience I am trying to appeal to. But for the most part, I have come to understand that our people care about what they care about, right? So in the sense that if person says, hey, Mr. A is his favorite rapper, no matter how crazy you do, they will not care what you do. So based on that, I have also put it to myself that I will do what I think is the very best version of myself. So if I have a song like Step by Step, and the idea of the song is to give the streets something to groove with, and it still be, it's rap on a beat, then sure, you can have that. But if I have Bang Bang and I want to show you how lyrical I am, I will not bring it down to your level. You have to come to where you come upstairs. If you come upstairs. So as far as the transition, I'll say is growth and also tapping into myself and saying, hey, I want to do the very best for myself. Because mind you, not only Ghanaians are listening.
True.
If I show you the data behind my project, we have fans all over the world who are tapping in. Some people, they don't even understand the language fully, but they hear what you are trying to do.
You know,
they are able to connect that.
you know, some time ago, in France here,
Yeah.
I broke down some of your lyrics to a French colleague of mine, and
Yeah.
she was amazed. Brony Besiao. I said, no, even most of the French rappers, like, they are not top notch like that. So you doing that, then I'm like, no, TEEPHLOW is ahead of his time. And let me continue with what I was saying. You don't only do that. Ghana, we don't have what you call the gun culture, but you are the only rapper. You do a lot of gun bars. I'm like, what is wrong with this guy?
Gun
Like,
backing.
you do a lot of gun bars. I think even with the part 2 of the remix with you,
yeah.
Amrado, Kojo Viper, and TEEPHLOW, you were using Chrome, and people didn't get the Chrome. I'm like, yo, Chrome is a gun. Aside maybe a Google Chrome, you know, like we go hit you with Chrome. Chrome is a gun, and people are like, how do you know that? MCO? Some of us, we have like rap ears, and no, I don't see any rapper. Ebia Obibini, but even that's right, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that he does a lot of gambas, but you do gambas, your name flips, your G, and the Mamantasi. How is it possible?
Okay. Again, it just comes to me, but before something will come to you, you might have some influence somewhere. I like rap so much. Like, you have no idea. I listen to everything that has to do with great lyrics. From Nas, Jay-Z, Black Thought, Common, Squad No Dawson. And I am also a big fan of battle rap, by the way.
I can see.
If I listen to Charlie Clips and all these different people, or if I bring it down to our Ghana rap and I'm listening to Amachi the rapper with other people doing head-to-head battles, and I love those things. So I get all kinds of influence from around the world as far as like lyricism is concerned, right? But at the end of the day, again, I just love the art so much that I don't understand how people just want to do anything and let it move. That's one thing that worries me. It's like watching Manchester United and watching the players suck. Like they can't even pass the ball. That's how I feel.
Which team did that? Which team sign the
Team is the chairman may coach one. They can't even pass the ball. That's the same thing with most of the rappers out there. It's like you can't even put common rhyme schemes together, and somebody will rhyme this word with another terrible word. Again, going back to that, I'll give a lot of credit to the Hammer last two. Like my time with the Hammer of the last two shaped me a lot into, you know, the kind of mind frame I have when I am approaching a beat. Now I have also picked all that experience and I've developed it because me personally as a human being, which means my brain is also expanding and I have much more better ideas. So I have the experience and I have the growth and I have a lot of, you know, influence from all the great lyricists that I listen to. So that is a nutshell of everything that sums up TEEPHLOW.
Is Eminem part of your influences?
Facts.
Okay.
Eminem is one of the greatest lyricists ever. Drake, Eminem, Kendrick, J. Cole, all that. The list continues. Yep.
Okay. So now, when from what you are saying, do you think the industry will ever be fair to you? This is because the organizers of most of these award schemes, we've heard them speak, most of them, and you can tell that they don't understand rap. Maybe they have fair idea about music, nice, but rap, and I've spoken to some rappers, I don't know about two criminal, but if you listen to rappers like you, LJ, and when you go out there, like what J. Cole does on a beat, I feel like these gatekeepers or event organizers, awards organizers, they don't understand they just follow the crowds, and it's about numbers now. Do you think it will ever be fair to you with the pattern that you've taken?
This is a great question, right? It is like a huge topic for us to go through. But at the end of the day, I don't want to dwell on that too much, right? And I'm saying that because we have a culture, we have a group of people that have been fed with a perception for a long time. It will take a while for that perception to be swept away, right? Completely. I, together with other rappers, but most importantly, from the Flodication conversation, we've been able to bridge the gap and bring people closer. So now, if you watch the new crop of rappers coming up, they are all trying to Flodicate, right? They are all trying to pick up the lessons of Flodication. However, the industry, it comes down to the main gatekeepers. We talked about award schemes. I never sit down and say, hey, I want to write a specific song that is going to go get this award. No. I want to do the music. I want to make music so that the real listener is inspired, motivated, is entertained. Somebody's son who isn't born yet can wake up today or will be born someday and listen to TEEPHLOW and say TEEPHLOW is the reason why they started rapping. And maybe it is at their time that Ghana can take rap to the Grammy. Who knows, right? So I think my purpose here on this earth is not necessarily to chase an award right now. I want to make an impact that is going to cut across generation after generation. So the awards there, we have to be able to sit people down who actually break lyrics down. Listen, I've said this over and over again. If you nominate 4 people for the Best Rapper Award, you shouldn't go and look at YouTube views. Who cares about YouTube views? Like, if I want to have 1 million YouTube views, I can take my money and buy 1 million YouTube views. Who cares about YouTube views? Once, if going into the nomination, you want to look at some of those things to say, okay, these numbers have to come into consideration for nomination. That's different. But once all these people have been nominated and we are talking about who is the best rapper, we should only be looking at bar for bar.
What you did on that track.
On that track.
Yeah.
That is what we have to do. Then apart from that track, then we look at every single line. What have you been doing? If all things are equal, then you can say, okay, he killed it, he also killed it, but this person did more this year than then you can give the person the best rapper, right? But when it comes, if all things are not equal, then it shouldn't be the conversation in the first place. You cannot put me toe to toe with somebody else who is miles away from how lyrical I have been and say he's a better rapper than me. The word the best rap award, it shouldn't be based on anything other than pure lyricism. You have to be top notch. Until we change that, and it has to come down with whichever board. Sometimes I sit down and I ask myself, so which board is making these decisions? Like, which of our respected gatekeepers or industry managers are handling some of these decisions? I don't know the criteria. But if I sit down someday, if we set part of that board, we will make sure every line counts. We will make sure of that.
And I think that is what Flow Education 1 did. When you released Flow Education 1, it changed the whole narrative. And it gave birth to a breed of new rappers. And now any rapper who tries to rap wants to do wordplay. And guys, it's not only about wordplay. There are lots of elements in it. Steady the course well. Yeah. But
they know they steady the course.
Even so. But like, when you hear a rapper who tries to do a wordplay and later it sounds as a reach, like a wordplay no other land. But I don't know, like you see that the person is stretching for it to land. Some time ago, Koji Sheldon show be 2 boys, then they'll be doing it. So one guy went and he was like, if for the Bible inside, she creates a WhatsApp group where I ask him, say, she add in husband where she taught me say like she Adam, like we get the concept that he wants to do Adam and Eve bar. But when we put the time frame into under consideration, like Adam and Eve, them at time, what's up no day? So, like, if you understand rapper, you will know that this person was reaching. Which, like, if you reach in rapper, we don't respect you as a rapper. Like, if you really understand the culture, we don't understand you as a rapper. So, I went to the comment section and I typed something. People came there with their open school, anyway. Go create your own YouTube channel, then do your own thing. And I'm like, do we understand this thing? How do you feel as a pure lyricist when you hear some of these upcoming rappers who try to do wordplay, but it ends up being a reach?
I would say, first of all, I'm honored, very honored, to see that my efforts are influencing, inspiring, and motivating others to also, jump on this train, right? We were also influenced at some point. I didn't just, I'm not them people somewhere, then they talk, oh, I started writing rap from my mother's womb. As I come up for there, plus all that life. You grew up and your environment and sometimes your family, sometimes your big brothers, the songs they listen to is what inspired you to want to do something. Yeah. So we got influence from others. So I feel honored that others are also getting some kind of influence from what we do. The only thing I will say is study the art. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. This is the reason why when I had an issue with Medical over the whole Twitter conversation, this is why I was it was a very personal conversation for me. And I think MDK saw it as an attack for him. It wasn't an attack to him. Like the conversation is very personal to me in terms of we have to do if you are not talking about rap, it's different. If you are telling everybody to go do Azonto and things, that's fine. But if you are talking about rap and you are some of the people that they champion the cause when it comes to rap and you do them anyhow, then it means you are also influencing the other generations anyhow. So that is where some of those things go really sit well with me. So I'm just saying for sure, like if you are inspired by what I do, if you are inspired by Flodication or what anybody else does, study it well. Don't just say, oh, because I said ACN and it's ACN and ACN until you are also trying to pick some word and try to stretch it for it to sound like something else. No. Study what was the setup, how did I build it up? Most people say TEEPHLOW, wordplay. These days, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I hate it when people tag me with wordplay because just as you said, I do way more than that.
You are rap. That's what I keep saying. You are rap. You are not a rapper. In my books, you are rap.
The wordplay is just one of the elements where they among what they do. But the bigger picture is what you for study. When you study the bigger picture, you go get the aha moment and you be like, oh wow, now everything will sink. When you don't do that and you focus on the wordplay, you will be chasing the wordplay and everything will be a rich and it sucks.
To be honest,
if you are listening, if you are a rapper or if you are not even a rapper now and you are inspired to do it, study the art. Look at the greatest rappers who have done it and listen to them consistently. Study the art. And when it says study the art, doesn't mean go and copy the person. There are some people who literally are trying to sound exactly like rapper A or no, you don't have to do that. Be yourself, but study the art and see how you can create something special out of it.
I'm happy that I'm having this conversation with you finally because I get to speak to someone who understands rap like I do. Do you believe rap is a science? I watched a lecture of Filippo Fiasco Lupe.
Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, Lupe Fiasco. And he explains rap is a science. Is it true? As he said, do you believe rap is a science?
Yeah, this is actually an opportunity for me to say this one more time. Big shouts to Hammer of the Last Two. Because back then, when we are in the studio and we are putting the lyrics together, how I set things up and how it sits on the beat, one thing Hammer always says is, it is mathematics. It's not just science. Like the calculation on how every syllable is moving like through the beat, like it's it's different. Jam Master JB to the Momatia, Masakwe, Modogo Rab, Minya Sakura, but I'm missing hair. I'm trying to break the gap, but the bars they go overhead. This rap game is a journey to hell if you trip you dead. Like it's a like it's you are calculating every single syllable is doing something before you even get to the rhyme. So that is something that we have to really pay attention to. Like the likes of Obibini, the likes of Tulenke, and you did mention LJ as well. These are rappers that actually put in a lot of effort to make sure that the mathematics and the science of lyricism is always at the forefront of the job. And you all know, Mr. Floducator, we are always going to champion that cause.
If you so. Where's Monsiade? Teacher now, Sanaba. Okay. Now, let's.
What about wasted the Pasco? No, I wasted the answer. No, was no.
You figure why they be very repeat questions. Now, you've moved from Ghana to the States. How is it like you being in the States, trying to do whatever that you are doing and still pushing your music? Do you think that it has a future, like rappers who have moved out of their countries to other countries and they are still doing music? Do you think that it will get to a time that you'll be able to overcome that mindset that, oh, you need to be in Ghana before you can hit? Do you think we can ever surpass that stage?
That is the biggest goal we have now. We will clean that perception, and we will make sure that me, together with my team and everybody who sits within that bucket of you've traveled outside the country, we will change that perception, and we will be the beginning of setting that example to make sure that that perception is fixed once and for all. And we have started with the resurrection. By the end of 2025, going into 2026, everybody will understand. We live in the internet world. Why are you telling the people that you have to be in Akwetia for Akwetia people to listen to your songs? It's like it's the dumbest thing ever. I'm not able to understand it. Yes. So, Ibina, you are in France and I'm in the States, and we are having a conversation. A conversation that is not only going to entertain people for the time being while they are listening to, but also shape the thought process of generations to come.
Fact.
So why are it's almost like we are always suppressing the potential of everybody, which is terrible. So to answer your question directly, I don't think this is a problem at all. The last time I had a conversation like this, I mentioned there are so many people who do not live in the country. They don't stay in Nigeria permanently.
No.
Mind you, granted, I'm not Davido. I'm not Burna Boy. All these people, they have machines behind them, but they started from somewhere. So if instead of you saying, hey, rather give us the push so that, who knows, maybe a machine will also come and take us, and then Ghana as a whole is going to be all over the place. Look at Blacko. Blacko is not for the most part in Ghana compared to the other being in the States or UK or other places. If you blow, you will not be at one place. So this is a conversation that we really have to try to steer away from. But at the end of the day, it's up to us, the individual, to prove people wrong. And we will prove that perception wrong.
Azay, I'm here to push you. See, I wear a track now, Tobra. Well, I can't all be for Tobra. Yeah. So, like, still on that topic, how is it difficult or easy for you to push your tracks out there once you are in the States and no longer in Ghana? In Ghana, maybe you doing radio tour now. How is it difficult? What are the challenges you are facing since you are in the diaspora and still doing music for people back home?
Yeah, the difficulty is something that we cannot run away from. It is very, very, very difficult. It's not easy at all. Juggling a lot of things, family, education, career, with everything, and also trying to make the impact that you need. And not being on the ground, because sometimes, like you said, if me and you, we did a studio right now, maybe we would have had a little bit of a different vibe compared to doing it online, right? We had a little bit of delay on the time we were supposed to start compared to when we actually started. So this is an example of some of the difficulties we go have. But guess what? In life, every step of the way comes with difficulty. In fact, the biggest successful people went through the biggest challenges. Like the bigger the price, the bigger the problems that you are going to have to deal with. So all these challenges, we take it wholeheartedly and we are going to do it regardless. Like I've gone through phases where I was down, I was like depressed, anxious and all that because I thought I had let myself down or I thought I had let the people down and all that. All that is out of the way now. Because the God we serve, he saying now, why you stress me? I see a day your back. What be your problem? If I give you the song, give it to the people. That's all. So now that be my job. Also, mama, I'm on.
Man can comment kakra. Also, from Parkway Siahen, and or testing catcher, man can chat TEEPHLOW there. I'm his biggest fan. Parkway see him nowadays. Mas how about the flow? Don't venture. You betcha, chimpe.
If it be like I for do biggest fan battle.
If so, from Tio Barnes, also great interview. And finally, also nice work. Richie, Richmond Bima, also I feel this guy. Wow, I feel this guy.
Big shout to you.
Like you have like massive fan base in France. I wish one day you can come. Awesome. Yeah, to be honest, me post flyer. No, like people like, is he coming to the studio? Is he coming? No, it's going to be online. Because they just wanted to come and stay outside just to see you in person. So you have a massive fan base here. Theo says that TEEPHLOW, yeah, the guy no rap. If it's so.
Fact.
Flow.
I appreciate all that. God bless all of you tuned in. Anybody who would also watch this later on. Everybody supporting. God bless you all. I hope say whatever you do, make a more successful so that you guys can also have time, energy, resources in order to support the Ghana music industry even more.
Flow, this question, Waho Marchel, Miss Michelle, maybe so.
Okay.
Why is it that Fancy Confederation and Westside Legacy don't have tracks or an album together, and TEEPHLOW and Kenata, our Fancy Confederation and Westside Legacy, TEEPHLOW and Kenata, when are we getting a track?
Okay. First of all, I will correct this real quick. Fancy Confederation and Westside Legacy, we have had multiple songs together. Other Cape Coast rappers have featured other Taddy rappers. Maybe they are not always in the limelight. Okay. So we don't want to throw them completely away. But me, on my side, I have a song with Sketches Aisem, which it was on his EP recently that he released. So right. So collaborations are happening, but when it comes to the conversation of me and Kenata specifically, I think it has to do with timing, right? Like the kind of song that I think I and Kofi we need to do. I don't think it's the type that I for send them, make it send me, verse and here and there.
Before the studio.
That is what we for vibe. We for catch the vibe. So we are still looking for that moment where the natural feel will come, and I believe strongly it's going to be one of the most, the biggest songs to
have you had conversation on that?
Yeah, multiple times actually. We've had songs that we have started working on, bouncing off ideas and everything. We just haven't had the perfect moment for us to, set the song exactly on the beat how we want it. But I think he was actually in the States couple months, I think a few months going into the end of 2024. He came into where I am for a show. That was one that we arranged everything and we're supposed to meet, and something came up and he had to, fly back quickly. So it's one of those things. It's like I feel like God is just creating the best.
Watch it, brother. Watch it.
The fans always feel like that. But my brother Kofi, he's also always on the road, right? When you get to that level of success, and I will always big him up for that. He has really championed and made us like Fantis very, very proud, right? So when you get to that level of success, you have a lot going on. Like everybody is throwing something your way. And then you have to also balance your own stuff as well. life, music, family, all that. So I am not the type to put pressure on people. I prefer collabos to happen supernaturally. Like if I reach out to you and the conversation is not right, I leave it there. Yeah, that's why.
Nice. Talking of collaborations, which rapper did you hop on a beat with? Ekede, no. This rapper was so hard to body.
Um, I I don't I don't think I have had a lot of that. I mean, Michaela rappers, you know, Michaela,
If you so, but it's on the movement.
Michaela rappers, you know, like because trumpet, for example, yeah, I had the best verse on trumpet. Everybody knows.
Fact. Fact.
Missing Pairs was the best on the Jam Master J tape series, Rhythm of the Gods. It was the best. So like when it comes to individual collaborations, I think I would say some of the songs that I've done with other rappers that I heard their verse and I said, okay, this is a verse that I really like, right? I hear the verse and I'm like, ooh, I like this verse. I have a song with EL. The verse is top notch. EL's verse is top notch, right? So that is one that I am happy for the verse. I won't say it kill me or I kill him. When I'm looking for a collaboration, the truth is when I'm looking for a collaboration, I want the person to bring the best version of them. If you need to make it a B, like recently, and I'll give you guys a little tea. LJ sent me a verse for one of my songs. And I love the verse to the point where the verse and what came to him. Like Manamana Moto.
I can't wait.
It a B. Right. So those are some of the things that we always want the very best when it comes to collaborations. I have had songs with other people that big names that when they sent me the verse, I didn't like it, so I didn't release it.
Oh, okay.
I want the song to be good. I don't care who you are. If it's not good, I don't like it.
I can't wait for you and LJ because already Nankasamang some moment list for meeting. I want to see you, LJ, Obibini, Manifest, and Kojo Q on the track. Because I want to see lyricism at the peak. Like, and you five guys are the people I can think of when it comes to lyricism. Maybe there are other rappers, EL and stuff like that. But with you, like, I want to see bars upon bars, like everything, all the elements of rap in it. Is that impossible?
I don't know about possibility. Oh, wait, let me scratch that. Possible, yes, absolutely possible. Timing, I don't know too much about timing. When that is gonna, especially when it's a lot of people on the song, it tends to be more difficult trying to clear everything with everybody, making sure everybody's okay with the verse and all that. And also, I've noticed one thing: when you load a pile of rappers on a beat, some people only hear the idea of competition, and so they try to overdo it, and it ends up being trash. The niceness of the song and the sense of collaboration is almost like missing because it's almost like we are battling each other, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So yet you want one in your
kill one.
That be that. You know one those so cool. Yeah, that be how it will be. But again, great lineup. Kojo Q, Bibini, EL, LJ, Manifest. Ghana, we get rappers.
I swear,
bro. If we champion rap for Ghana, like Nasty, see them shouldn't be flagging, holding the torch of African rap past me. Ghana, we the rap past everybody. But we they suppress them. Like it's like when I'm paying food, then they sit on them. Then they tell the people say they are feeding the public that rap and but the public, it be them they tell we say they want more. So what? It doesn't make sense. But hey,
Charlie, Flo. Your top 5 albums from Ghana of all time.
Okay, top 5. I think Paimuka will definitely be number 1. Actually, scratch that. Flodication will be number 1.
Aside Flodication.
Because obviously.
Aside Flodication.
Okay, let's put Flodication aside then. Paimuka is number 1. I like Psychology a lot. I think Sarkodie's first few album, is
Mache.
it Psychology or Mache? I
Mache.
think Mache.
Yeah, Mache.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mache. Mache was
Top,
crazy. Yeah,
top.
Mache was crazy.
Um, I'm a big album person, by the way. I love listening to people's projects, like as a whole. But I don't like it when it sounds too finching. I love the music aspect of it. Are we talking rap or just
No, rap,
everything?
rap. Today we are having rap conversation because
Okay. So I'll say Paimuka. Oh, Manifesting album 2 was lit.
which one of them?
I don't think I'll recall the album name specifically.
Driving the storm, I can see ahead. Weather forecast, maybe tipsy. Is that what? Is it that one?
I don't even recall the
Maybe
song.
some way be.
Was
Maka
that the
Maka
album title? Maka is the album title probably. Yeah, Manifesting album was top notch. So I'm saying Paimuka, Mache, Maka. Hey, if whatever you put Flodication in or not, I'll still put Flodication.
Okay.
Flodication 1, Flodication 2, always. Who else has a great project? I tend to like Tulenke's project a lot too.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to like Tulenke's joint project. I know EL. Oh, actually, JSO be putting together some wild Skillions projects too. So those projects they do on Embed Day, and then EL, of course, we cannot forget EL. EL has been some of the most consistent, right? The barcode back to back. So I think that's 5 right there. Or I might have even gone past 5, but yeah, we have some really good rap albums out there.
Yeah. I will put Mache, Paimuka, Flodication, obviously 1 and 2, and Flodication 1 and 2, and maybe LJ's first album, Kill.
Yeah, that's too.
That one.
I think that was the first time I heard of LJ2, and I was like, "Whoa, who is that?" Yeah, that was mad. Yeah. LJ be going crazy, but they be sleeping though. Myself, I'm happy for him that like he's still able to like push and also attach amazing content to the songs he they do and everything. But yeah, the people they be sleep. But hey,
Flo,
what you can say.
your top 5 rappers.
Top 5.
Yeah, in Ghana first, then later we do the world.
Okay, Ghana, top 5. It has
Aside TEEPHLOW, because I don't even want to put you in that category. Right, man.
Okay.
It's disrespect to me.
Yeah. Top 5 will be. Hey, everybody in the last 2 is part of my top 5. Like, and it's not even fair. Like no jokes, right? Sack, Adam, Tiny, Obrafour. The list will keep going. Okay, let me try drill it down.
Sure.
And this is in no particular order, right? If you tell me that these are the only people I can listen to for the rest of my life, who would I want to listen to back to back? I'll probably say Obrafour, Sarkodie, Manifest, EL. I love EL so much. Last one. I love Sketches ISM though. Like he has, bro. Every day I tell him he's a fool. Like his lyrics is so it a B. But if we are saying top notch lyricism, obviously, no disrespect to you, my brother, but I would have to, at this point, I've mentioned who Obrafour, I've mentioned Sarkodie, I've mentioned Obrafour, Sark, EL, Manifest.
Ochame Kwame, maybe.
I don't think I grew up too much on Ochame Kwame.
Okay.
So no disrespect, but
Okay.
I respect him as a legend in the industry and all, but I haven't really, be like head all over the place into Ochame Kwame's songs. So I cannot be the judge of that. No disrespect again. But I'll just finalize that and probably say JSO, just because of the effort he put into creating the scallions, which brought the breed of ELs, Kojo Qs,
Yeah.
Joy B's, and everybody.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So yeah, so maybe my the five will be the scallions.
Okay.
So the five, I'll just say Sack, Obrafor, Manifest, T-Flow, Scallions. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I want us to go through one of your lines, then we shall call it a day. On your track, I think Sika, you said, "Dem a fella ye, man papi belempa anka me ye bele de."
The minute you said Sika, I knew you were going there.
One can say MDK, one say a fella there. All we need is one love. That be three song with Sister Debbie.
All we need
Bro,
is one love.
Yes, that line. Amongst Mimbisa, was it a shade to MDK, or what is it? What does it mean?
To be very honest, I've heard this question a million times. Listen to the song. Listen to the whole verse before it gets there. Then you would understand. I don't wanna bust people's bubbles. I don't wanna spoil people in my mind. I don't wanna, but all I will say is I will not explain this one. I'll leave the explanation
To headless YouTuber.
to Headless, Kojo Sheldon, the fans. Make you now discuss however you want to take it. But all I'll say is listen to the beginning of that whole second verse. You can understand. I'm talking about hustle. I talked about forgetting about the beefs and concentrating on yourself. I'm talking about if you let ego stay ahead of you versus going for the success you actually need. Edwina will get yachina yem bunguma. A claim is sick, na senka pedula. Tina where we'll get a yachina yem bunguma. Means, bro, every woman wants to be with a successful man. If you pretend to be successful without actually going to chase your dreams, then it's on wallow wala. So I won't break that particular line down too much, but I know for sure one thing I want to say that is going to be a clue to help ease people's mind is the first fella I said, I didn't mean Fela McAfee.
Okay.
I meant Fela Kuti. The very first fella
The bus
I
they
said,
go overhead.
the very first fella I said, I've heard people have so many different interpretations of that particular line, and nobody has mentioned it, and it's fine. But today I am making it clear. The very first fella I said, I meant Fela Kuti.
Okay.
We'll get in yachina eduyem bonguma, and then I said, yeah, I'm a fella, yeah, because we have heard that his legacy was he had a lot of women and a lot of kids.
Damn.
So that's what I'm a fella, yeah. And then we go continue with the party and say I'm Papa Bele Mpanka me Bele there. And before I said one can chair MDK, one can chair fella there. All we need is one love. So now you go make. I hope this will at least clear some. But whoever still wants to think about it in any other way, that's fine.
TEEPHLOW, thank you so much for granting us this interview. ADAMFOPA Media is much grateful. Kobiche is watching. And Kobiche, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Big shouts to Kobe. Big shouts to Kobe. Again, listen, guys, I say this to Kobe every time. If you want inspiration in life, motivation, go look at Kobiche from back in the day and look at Kobiche now and inspire yourself. Look at TEEPHLOW back in the day. Look at TEEPHLOW now. Listen to the lyrics back in the day. Listen to the lyrics now and inspire yourself. Growth will come for those who are pushing for it. Kobe kept saying, polish till you shine. He didn't say pretend it's shining till you shine.
Fake to you,
Polish it. You have to polish it, bro. So you have to keep going. So God bless everybody who tuned in. Thank you, ADAMFOPA, for hosting us. Again, we do apologize for the delays in beginning. We all know internet conversations, all that plays a role here. But I really appreciate anybody who is listening, anybody who is supporting TEEPHLOW and Ghana music as a whole. But Charlie, Wafa, you do all. You have been one of my biggest fans, and I cannot be any more proud. God bless you.
Papa, anytime you're about to have a France, be from. No better than me. I am kind of hotel.
France. You mentioned when you were talking, you said a lot of people can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Make we cook something.
We
Make
go
we
do
cook something. Shows do not always have to be stadium shows. Shows do not always have to be inside club shows. We can set up intimate shows. Listen, sometimes the intimate shows are the best shows. We don't have to chase 100 people. If we have 20 people who really F with it, we can set up these things. By the time you go realize, Mr. Easy them saw they did it. When they started, Easy started doing tour for UK, it wasn't 1,000 people pulling up. We have to start from somewhere. But if we don't try to bridge the gap between those two mentalities, then we are always going to hold some of us back. Let's cook something. France,
it go happen.
Let's cook something.
It go happen, Flow.
For sure.
Yeah, so yeah, that was a nice interview. Thank you all for joining in and thank you all for listening. This has been a great interview with the man, the greatest lyricist Africa has ever seen, believe it or not.
Amen.
The greatest lyricist that Ghana has ever seen, and that is TEEPHLOW for you. If you don't hear from me again, it's goodbye for now.
Bye.
Boy,